Welcome to Sports Bios, the podcast that delves into the fascinating lives of athletic legends. I'm your host, Howard Closewell, and today we're going to explore the captivating story of Seve Ballesteros, the Spanish golfing icon who left an indelible mark on the sport. As we embark on this biographical journey, you'll discover how Seve's early life, shaped by his family, culture, and environment, laid the foundation for his future greatness. Born on April 9, 1957, in Pedreña, a small fishing village in northern Spain, Seve Ballesteros was the fourth of five children to Baldomero Ballesteros and Carmen Soda. The Ballesteros family lived a humble life, with Baldomero working as a farmer and fisherman to provide for his family. Seve's childhood was marked by a deep connection to the sea and the surrounding landscape, which would later influence his approach to golf. The village of Pedreña, nestled between the Cantabrian Mountains and the Bay of Biscay, was a place where the rhythms of rural life and the majesty of nature converged, instilling in Seve a profound respect for the land and the elements. As a young boy, Seve would often accompany his father on fishing trips, learning the value of patience, persistence, and adaptability. These early experiences not only shaped his character, but also honed his hand-eye coordination and spatial awareness, skills that would serve him well on the golf course. Seve's mother, Carmen, was a homemaker who managed the household and cared for the children, while also tending to the family's small farm. Her dedication, warmth, and strong work ethic had a profound impact on Seve's upbringing, teaching him the importance of hard work, discipline, and family. The Ballesteros family's modest home, situated near the town's central square, was a hub of activity, filled with the sounds of laughter, argument, and music. Seve's siblings, Manuel, Baldomero Jr., Mercedes, and Vicente, were all involved in various aspects of village life, from farming to fishing to local commerce. This close-knit family environment fostered a sense of camaraderie, competition, and mutual support that would stay with Seve throughout his life. As Seve entered his teenage years, he began to develop a passion for golf, inspired by his older brother, Manuel, who had introduced him to the game. The nearby Real Golf de Pedreña club, founded in 1928, became Seve's haven, where he could escape the demands of farm work and indulge in his newfound love. Under the watchful eye of the club's professional, José Gancedo, Seve honed his skills, learning the intricacies of the game and developing a distinctive style that blended creativity with technical proficiency. Seve's education was marked by a mix of formal schooling and hands-on apprenticeship. He attended the local primary school in Pedreña, where he demonstrated a keen intellect and a strong work ethic. However, his true education took place on the golf course, where he learned valuable lessons about strategy, mental toughness, and sportsmanship. In 1972, at the age of 15, Seve left school to focus on his golf career, a decision that would ultimately shape the trajectory of his life. The rugged beauty of Pedreña, the resilience of his family, and the guidance of his mentors all contributed to the development of a young man who would go on to become one of golf's most beloved and accomplished champions. And so, we find ourselves at the threshold of Seve Ballesteros' remarkable journey, with his early life and formative years laying the groundwork for his future success. As the 1970s progressed, Seve's career gained momentum, with a string of impressive performances on the European Tour. In 1976, he claimed his first major victory at the Open Championship, held at Royal Birkdale in England. This triumph marked a turning point in Seve's career, as he became the first continental European to win a major since Frenchman Arnaud Massy in 1907. The victory also earned him widespread recognition and adoration, cementing his status as a golfing hero in Spain and beyond. One of the defining characteristics of Seve's game was his incredible short-game skills, which allowed him to recover from even the most precarious positions on the course. His ability to conjure up magical shots from the rough, bunkers, or trees became the stuff of legend, earning him the nickname, the Magician. This reputation was further enhanced by his fearless approach to the game, as he often took risks and pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible. Seve's on-course exploits were matched by his charismatic personality, which endeared him to fans and fellow competitors alike. He had a quick wit, a charming smile, and an infectious laugh, making him a beloved figure in the golfing world. Off the course, Seve was known for his love of fine wine, good food, and traditional Spanish music, often regaling his friends and family with stories of his adventures on the links. The 1980s were a golden era for Seve, as he dominated the European Tour and claimed numerous major championships. In 1980, he won the Masters tournament at Augusta National, becoming the first Spanish player to don the iconic green jacket. This victory was followed by a second Open Championship title in 1984, which he won at St Andrews in Scotland. Seve's success during this period was not limited to individual achievements. He also played a key role in helping Europe win the Ryder Cup in 1985, marking a significant turning point in the competition's history. Throughout his career, Seve was known for his intense rivalry with American golfer Jack Nicklaus, which produced some of the most memorable moments in golfing history. Their on-course battles were legendary, with both players pushing each other to new heights and inspiring a generation of golfers to follow in their footsteps. Despite their competitive differences, Seve and Nicklaus developed a deep respect for one another, often exchanging warm words and gestures of admiration. He inspired a generation of Spanish golfers, including José María Olazabal and Sergio Garcia, to follow in his footsteps and pursue careers in professional golf. Seve's influence also helped to popularize the game in Europe, paving the way for the European Tour to become one of the premier golfing circuits in the world. In addition to his on-course accomplishments, Seve was a tireless advocate for golf course design and development, working closely with architects to create challenging and beautiful layouts that showcased the natural beauty of the surrounding landscape. His love of traditional Spanish architecture and his deep connection to the land are evident in the design of the Real Golf de Pedreña club, which he helped to renovate and expand in the 1990s. The 1990s were a challenging period for Seve, as he struggled to maintain his competitive edge in an increasingly globalized sport. Despite his best efforts, he found himself slipping down the world rankings, and his major victories became fewer and farther between. However, this decline did not deter Seve from continuing to innovate and push the boundaries of what was possible on the course. One notable example of Seve's adaptability during this period was his decision to begin working with sports psychologist José María Cajigal. Together, they developed a series of mental training exercises designed to help Seve overcome his growing frustration with the game and regain his confidence. This partnership not only helped Seve to improve his on-course performance, but also enabled him to develop a greater understanding of the psychological aspects of golf, which he would later draw upon in his work as a course designer and instructor. In addition to his work with Cajigal, Seve also became increasingly involved in the world of golf course design during the 1990s. He had always been passionate about the creative aspects of golf, and he saw course design as an opportunity to combine his knowledge of the game with his love of traditional Spanish architecture. Seve's first major design project was the creation of the Sherry Golf Course in Jerez, Spain, which opened in 2004. This stunning layout, with its undulating fairways, strategically placed bunkers, and picturesque water features, quickly established itself as one of the premier golfing destinations in Europe. Seve's influence on golf course design extended far beyond his own projects, however. He was a vocal advocate for the importance of preserving the natural beauty of the surrounding landscape and incorporating traditional architectural elements into modern course designs. His commitment to these principles helped to shape the way that golf courses were designed and built, not just in Europe but around the world. As Seve's playing career drew to a close, he began to focus more on his work as an ambassador for the game of golf. He was appointed as the captain of the European Ryder Cup team in 1997, leading his side to a memorable victory over the United States at Valderrama Golf Club in Spain. This triumph marked a fitting swan song to Seve's competitive career, and it cemented his status as one of the most beloved and respected figures in golf. Throughout his life, Seve was driven by a deep passion for the game of golf and a desire to share that passion with others. As he looked out over the golfing landscape in the years following his retirement, he must have felt a sense of pride and satisfaction at the knowledge that his legacy would continue to inspire generations of golfers to come. His playing career may be over, but his influence continues to be felt, inspiring new generations of golfers and shaping the way that golf courses are designed and built. That's all for today's Sports Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Howard Closewell, reminding you to keep shooting for your goals.